Hey everybody, welcome back to another Black Shirt Beer Review. I am, as always, the Rhinus, and Holly is with us, the First Lady of Black Shirt Beer Review, and she's got a special shirt on. Holly, what do you got a special shirt on?
Oh, it might have something to do with this beer we're gonna drink.
Oh, you mean the Brewery Vivant Tart side of the moon? Brewery Vivant is out of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Put it on the map!
This is a Belgian-inspired dark farmhouse ale. So, I think we're going to be judging this one off of a Belgian strong dark strong, Belgian strong dark. Whatever, syntax be damned. Because this is 9.8? Yes, 9.8% alcohol. And yeah, it is definitely dark. I mean, even in the appropriate glassware here, with holding it right in the light, I'm only getting a little bit of light passing through it right on like the bottom of the glass. So it's real nice and dark. Really nice tan, like fully tan head, really good lacing hanging out there. It's really, really good. It smells strong. It's definitely got that sweet cherry flavor that you kind of get when you put Belgian yeast with roasted and chocolatey malts. So you look daunted, Holly.
We'll see how I feel about this. You know how I feel about Brewery Vivant.
Well, let's find out. We always gotta take one for the team. Cheers. Wow, that is. That is complex as all get out. It's definitely got this upfront sweetness that hits the back of the mouth and just kind of coats everything. It's got a very viscous mouthfeel to it.
It does.
It hangs out for like days. It dries up a little bit, like even like right now after that second taste, it dries out a little bit, and that's where some of the more roasty profile is coming out of. You know, you get some of those toasted malts, some of that chocolate malts coming through. Maybe a bit of like a bitter chocolate profile.
I'm really not sure how I feel about this.
But right up front, it's like sweet cherry, like.
Then it ends in like a chocolatey.
Yeah.
I like the end.
It's weird. It's really weird. I'm not saying that it's bad.
No.
It's just really bizarre. It's kind of like a chocolate covered cherry, but like a sort of bitter one. Like if you had done a chocolate covered cherry with really super dark chocolate, it's actually pretty good.
I like the back end of the flavor, but
Right?
I'm not a fan of the front end of it.
The sweetness kind of goes against what I generally like as well. It definitely has that high ABV sweetness to it. You know, there's a little bit of that like residual sugars in there that you can tell. It just has that high gravity flavor to it. And even though I do generally like high gravity beers, I'm not the hugest fan of being able to taste that high gravity. I don't think that just because you got a big old ABV on it, it has to be sweet.
No, they're not always sweet either. But that is generally the first thought that comes to my mind when I see those high gravity beers, which is why I usually don't drink them. I will give them a try, but if someone else has got them, but do I actively go out of my way to get them myself?
No, not so much. The other downside on this is the price tag. This was like $15 for a 4-pack. Granted, I mean, you're getting full pints of, let's call it 10% beer, but that's still a little bit steep, especially with how it's performing. And as far as the anticipated tart side of it, I get very little. I believe the cherry aspect, which is where they're trying to pull that tart side moniker from, gets lost in the initial alcohol-y syrupness, and it ends up tasting more like a maraschino cherry than like a dry Michigan cherry, which is a damn shame because, you know, Grand Rapids isn't all that far out of cherry country. Basing this on a Belgian dark strong, dark strong, I'm only going to give this a 3. It's not really bad, but it's not really good. And it definitely would have scored a little higher with me if it hadn't been so bloody expensive. So, 3 from me.
Yeah, well, I was actually thinking 3 as well. Like I said, it's not bad, but it's not good. Like I said earlier, I don't know how to feel about this beer.
Yeah, it's really bizarre.
It's not that I
would definitely say it's worth checking out if you were at Brewery Vivant, or if you can find it in singles. But even with it being a charity beer, where like it says right here 10% profits benefit local charities, $15 for 4 beers is still pretty steep, even at 10% alcohol. Yeah. So try this one in the brewery, or buy a single of it if you can.
Yeah.
I guess that's going to wrap this one up. Until next time, I'm the Rhinus.
I'm Holly.
Happy drinking.